Oh, look. Holy moly. Slow down.
On December 30th, 2025, a rapidly intensifying bomb cyclone tore through Michigan, unleashing one of the most disruptive winter storms the state experienced all year. The system strengthened explosively over the Great Lakes, producing blizzard conditions, severe cold, and violent winds that brought daily life to a near standstill for hundreds of thousands of residents across both peninsulas. The storm delivered extreme snowfall totals, particularly in the Upper Peninsula, where the hardest hit communities reported accumulations reaching as high as 33 inches. Wind gusts exceeding 60 miles per hour whipped the snow into near whiteout conditions, making visibility almost non-existent and transforming routine travel into a life-threatening risk for anyone caught outdoors. Although the storm gradually weakened as it moved eastward on December 30th, shifting into lighter snow showers, its impact lingered long after the worst conditions passed. Frigid temperatures settled in behind the system, slowing recovery efforts and extending disruptions as communities worked to dig out from the widespread damage left behind. The most visible destruction occurred within Michigan's already strained power infrastructure. Powerful winds snapped tree limbs, uprooted mature trees, and toppled utility poles, bringing down power lines across wide areas. At the peak of the storm on the morning of December 29th, more than 112,000 homes and businesses were without electricity. Cities such as Traverse City and Mount Pleasant experienced concentrated outages that left entire neighborhoods in darkness. With temperatures plunging, many homes grew dangerously cold, especially where electric heating systems failed. Consumers Energy reported nearly 61,000 customers initially affected as crews struggled to reach damaged areas safely. As the day progressed, restoration efforts reduced the number of outages, but isolated pockets remained without power well into December 30th. Downed branches and debris clogged streets, slowing repair work and making access difficult. Along Lake Superior, massive waves between 22 and 34 feet battered shorelines, damaging docks and eroding coastal areas in communities like Munising.
Oh, okay, I'm good. It's time to make my way back into the house.
If you ever wondered what it was like living in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, let's see here. Whoa, Nelly, what's going on?
Transportation systems across the state absorbed the full force of the storm's chaos.
Like living in Marquette, Michigan.
Blizzard warnings covered much of the Upper Peninsula as snowfall rates of up to 2 inches per hour combined with blowing snow to render roads impassable. Snowdrifts quickly buried vehicles and blocked emergency access in rural regions. In the Lower Peninsula, a sudden snow squall caused a massive 59-vehicle pileup on northbound I-75 in Detroit around 11 a.m. on December 29th. Visibility reportedly dropped to 0 within minutes, leaving drivers with no time to react. State police recorded dozens of crashes statewide as conditions deteriorated rapidly. Major routes were shut down, including sections near the Mackinac Bridge, where heavy snow completely obscured lanes. At Detroit Metropolitan Airport, flight operations were severely disrupted. with delays and cancellations stranding travelers during the busy post-holiday travel period. Northern Lower Michigan received between 10 and 20 inches of snow, forcing plow crews to operate nonstop. However, strong winds repeatedly erased cleared roads, creating drifts several feet deep. Entire rural communities were temporarily isolated, with emergency responders struggling to reach those in need. For everyday residents, the storm deeply disrupted daily routines and compounded the hardships of winter living. In towns like Cadillac, families without power huddled indoors as temperatures dropped, unable to cook meals, charge phones, or run heating systems, while wind chills dipped below zero. Essential services were stretched thin as grocery stores saw last-minute surges before conditions worsened. Delivery services suspended operations, leaving residents without access to food, prescriptions, or medical supplies. Schools across Michigan canceled classes on December 29th and 30th, with remote learning attempts hindered by power and internet outages. Businesses closed early or remained shuttered entirely, hitting retail and hospitality sectors already facing a slow post-holiday period. In places like Midland, sidewalks were coated in ice and blowing snow, turning even short trips outdoors into hazardous endeavors and discouraging all but essential movement. The storm's economic effects extended into agriculture and industry. Heavy snow damaged barns and equipment in rural counties, delaying operations and raising concerns for livestock welfare without reliable power. In cities such as Lansing and Saginaw, public transit slowed or halted due to low visibility. Emergency services faced a surge in calls for welfare checks, particularly involving elderly residents and those with medical conditions. The combination of isolation and extreme cold posed serious risks. Community centers opened as warming shelters, but limited capacity meant many residents endured difficult conditions at home.
Feel like the blizzard's still kicking. Look at that. All ice.
While the bomb cyclone affected millions across the Midwest and Northeast, Michigan's position near the storm's core amplified local hardships. Cleanup continued as officials encouraged residents to report damage for potential federal aid assessments. Though not unprecedented, the storm closed out 2025 with a powerful reminder of nature's force. As snow-covered landscapes slowly returned to normal, Michigan communities worked piece by piece to restore routines, carrying forward lessons from one of the year's most intense weather events. Thanks for watching Severe Weather, where we break down the facts behind nature's most intense moments. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel going. Hit the bell so you never miss a real, calm, and clear report. Note: some footage in this video may be used for illustration and may not show the exact event described. See you in the next one. Stay informed, stay safe.